Chapter 1. The words of the blessing of Enoch. The words of the blessing of Enoch, with which he blessed the chosen and righteous who will be living in the days of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. Enoch, a righteous man, whose eyes were opened by God, spoke his vision, and said, I saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, which the angels showed me. From them I heard everything, and from them I understood as I saw, but not for this generation, for a distant one yet to come. Concerning the chosen I said and spoke this vision about them. The Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will walk upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai. He will appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heavens. All shall be struck with fear, and the watchers will quake. Great fear and trembling will seize them to the ends of the earth. The high mountains will be shaken, the high hills will be made low, they will melt like wax before the flame. The earth will be torn apart, and all that is on it will perish, and there will be a judgment upon all. But with the righteous he will make peace. He will protect the chosen, his mercy will be upon them. They will all belong to God, they will prosper, they will be blessed. He will help them, light will appear to them, and he will make peace with them. Behold, he comes with tens of thousands of his holy ones, to execute judgment upon all, to destroy the ungodly, to convict all flesh of the works of their ungodliness which they have committed, and of all the harsh things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Chapter 2. The Creation. Observe everything that takes place in the heavens, how they do not change their orbits, and the lights of the sky, how they rise and set in order, each in its season, never breaking the order appointed to them. Look at the earth and pay attention to what happens upon it from beginning to end, how steady it is, how nothing on earth changes, but all the works of God are clear to you. Look at summer and winter, how the whole earth is filled with water, with clouds and dew and rain lying upon it. See how in winter all the trees seem withered and shed their leaves, except for 14 trees, which never lose their foliage, but retain it for 2 or 3 years until the new leaves come. Again, observe the days of summer, how the sun is above the earth, and you seek shade and shelter because of its heat. The earth burns with growing heat, and you cannot walk upon it or on a rock because of its burning. See how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. Therefore give heed and understand regarding all his works, and recognize how he who lives forever has made them so. All his works continue from year to year forever, and all their duties are carried out for him, and none of their tasks change as God has ordained. So it is done. See how the sea and the rivers also carry out their work, never breaking his command. But you have not been steadfast, nor kept the commandments of the Lord. You have turned away and spoken proud and harsh words with impure mouths against his greatness. Hard-hearted, you will find no peace. Therefore you will curse your days, and the years of your life will perish. The years of your destruction will multiply in eternal shame, and you will find no mercy. In those days your names will be a curse forever to all the righteous. By you shall all who curse, curse. Sinners and the godless will use your names for their curses, and for you, the godless, there will be nothing but curse. But the righteous will rejoice. There will be forgiveness of sins, mercy, peace, and patience. Salvation will come to them, a good and lasting light. For all sinners there will be no salvation, only the curse of the beast. But for the chosen there will be light, joy, and peace, and they will inherit the earth. Then wisdom will be given to the chosen. They will all live, and never again sin through ungodliness or pride. The wise will be humble. They will not again transgress, nor sin all the days of their life. They will not die in anger or wrath, but will complete the number of their days. Their lives will be filled with peace, their years multiplied in eternal gladness and peace all the days of their life. Chapter 3. The Fallen Angels. When men had multiplied, daughters were born to them who were beautiful and attractive. The angels, the children of heaven, saw them and desired them. They said to one another, "Come, let us choose wives from among the children of men, and have children with them." Semjaza, who was their leader, said, "I fear you will not agree to do this, and I alone will have to pay the penalty of this great sin." But they all answered him, "Let us swear an oath, and bind ourselves together not to abandon this plan, but to carry it out." So they all swore together and bound themselves to it. They were 200 in all, who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon. They called it Mount Hermon, because they had sworn and bound themselves there. These are the names of their leaders: Samlazaz, their leader, Arachelba, Ramil, Kokablel, Tamlel, Ramlel, Danel, Ezekiel, Barakijal, Asael, Armaros, Batarel, Ananel, Zaklel, Samsapil, Satarel, Turel, Jomjael, Sariel. These were chiefs of tens. The others with them also took wives, each choosing one for himself. They began to defile themselves with them. They taught them charms, enchantments, the cutting of roots, and made them familiar with plants. The women became pregnant and gave birth to giants who consumed everything men had. When men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against men and devoured them. They sinned against birds, beasts, reptiles, and fish, and devoured one another's flesh and drank the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. Azazel taught men to make swords, knives, shields, breastplates, and made known the metals of the earth and how to work them, as well as bracelets, ornaments, antimony, the beautifying of eyelids, all kinds of costly stones, and colouring tinctures. Much godlessness arose, and they committed fornication, strayed, and became corrupt in all their ways. Semjaza taught enchantments and root cuttings. Amaros taught how to break enchantments, Barakijal taught astrology, Kokabel the constellations, Ezekiel the knowledge of the clouds, Arakiel the signs of the earth, Shamziel the signs of the sun, and Sariel the course of the moon. As men perished, they cried out, and their cry went up to heaven. Chapter 4. The Intercession of the Angels. Then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from heaven and saw the blood being shed on the earth, and the lawlessness taking place. They said to one another, "The earth, made without inhabitants, cries out with the voices of those being killed. Their cries go up to the gates of heaven." Now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of men are bringing their case, saying, "Bring our cause before the Most High." They said to the Lord of the ages, "Lord of lords, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages, your glorious throne stands for all generations, and your name is holy and glorious and blessed forever. You have made all things and have authority over all. Nothing is hidden from you. You see all things. You see what Azazel has done. He has taught all unrighteousness on the earth and revealed the eternal secrets that were kept in heaven, which men were striving to learn. And Semjaza, to whom you gave authority to lead his associates, has also gone to the daughters of men, slept with them, defiled himself, and revealed all kinds of sins. The women have given birth to giants, and the entire earth has been filled with blood and lawlessness. Now the souls of those who have died are crying out and making their plea to the gates of heaven, and their lamentations have gone up and cannot stop because of the lawless acts being committed. You knew all these things before they happened, and you still allow them. You haven't told us what to do to them. Then the Most High, the Holy and Great One, spoke and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said, "Go to Noah and tell him in my name, hide yourself, and reveal to him that the end is coming, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a flood will come to cover everything. Instruct him so that he can be saved, and his family preserved for all generations." The Lord also said to Raphael, "Bind Azazel hand and foot, and throw him into the darkness. Make a hole in the desert of Dudael, and throw him into it. Cover him with jagged rocks, and wrap him in darkness. Let him stay there forever, and cover his face so he cannot see the light. On the day of the great judgment he will be thrown into the fire. Heal the earth that the angels have corrupted. Announce the healing of the earth, so that all men may be saved and not perish because of the secrets that the watchers taught to their sons. The whole earth has been corrupted by Azazel's teachings. Assign all sin to him." To Gabriel the Lord said, "Go against the illegitimate children and sinners, and destroy the children of the watchers from among men. Let them fight and kill each other, for they will not live long. Don't listen to any requests they or their fathers make. They hope to live forever, each of them for 500 years. Then the Lord said to Michael, "Bind Semjaza and the others who united with women and defiled themselves. After their sons are killed and they witness their destruction, bind them for 70 generations in the valleys of the earth until the day of their judgment, when it will be complete and eternal. On that day they will be led into the abyss of fire and into torment. They will be imprisoned forever. Whoever is condemned and destroyed will be bound with them until the end of all generations. Destroy all the spirits of the rebellious and the children of the watchers, because they've harmed mankind. Wipe away all evil from the earth, and let righteousness and truth grow. It will be a blessing. The works of righteousness and truth will be planted forever in joy. Then all the righteous will escape and live until they have many children. They will grow old in peace. The whole earth will be cultivated in righteousness and filled with trees and blessings. All kinds of desirable trees will be planted, and grapevines will yield wine in abundance. Every seed sown will grow 1,000-fold, and each measure of olives will produce 10 presses of oil. Cleanse the earth from all violence, unrighteousness, sin, and godlessness. Remove all impurity from the earth. Then all people will become righteous. All nations will worship and praise me. The earth will be free from all defilement, sin, judgment, and torment. I will never again send anything like this upon it, from generation to generation forever. In those days I will open the storehouses of blessing in heaven and pour them out upon the earth over the work and labour of mankind. Truth and peace will come together for all the days of the world and for all generations. Chapter 5. The Book of the Words of Righteousness. This is the book of the words of righteousness, and the rebuke of the eternal watchers, according to the command of the Holy Great One, in the vision I saw during my sleep. What I say now, I speak with the tongue of flesh and the breath God gave man, so we could speak and understand with our hearts. Just as he gave understanding and wisdom to men, he gave me the power to rebuke the watchers, the children of heaven. I wrote out your petition, and in my vision I saw clearly. Your petition will not be granted throughout all eternity. Judgment has been passed on you. From now on you will not ascend into heaven ever again, and you will be bound to the earth, imprisoned forever. Before that you will see the destruction of your beloved sons, and have no joy in them. They will fall by the sword before your eyes. Even if you cry, pray, and recite every word I wrote on your behalf, your request will not be granted. And then the vision was shown to me like this. I saw clouds inviting me, mist calling to me, the movement of stars and lightning urging me forward. The winds lifted me and carried me into heaven. I came close to a wall made of crystal, surrounded by tongues of fire. It terrified me. I entered the flames and approached a great house built of crystal. Its walls were like tiled floors made of crystal. Its foundation was crystal too. Its ceiling was like the stars and lightning, and between them were fiery cherubim. Above them was a watery sky. Fire blazed around the walls, and its gates flashed with flames. I entered the house, and it was as hot as fire and as cold as ice. There was no life inside. Fear overwhelmed me, and I trembled. As I trembled and fell on my face, I saw another house. It was greater than the first and completely open before me. It was built of fire. Its splendour and size were beyond words. The floor was fire. Above it, lightning and the path of stars burned. The ceiling was also on fire. I looked and saw a high throne. It looked like crystal, with wheels like the shining sun. I saw cherubim beneath the throne. Flaming fire flowed out from under it, and I could not look at it. The great glory sat on the throne. His robe shone brighter than the sun and was whiter than snow. No angel could approach or look at his face because of the glory. No human could see him. Flames surrounded him. A great fire stood before him. No one nearby could come close. Tens of thousands stood before him. Yet he needed no adviser. The most holy ones who stood near him never left, day or night. I lay face down, trembling. Then the Lord called to me with his voice and said, "Come here, Enoch, and hear my word." One of the holy ones came, woke me, and helped me stand. I bowed low at the door. He said to me, and I heard his voice, "Don't be afraid, Enoch, righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Come closer and listen to my words. Go and tell the watchers of heaven who sent you to plead for them. You were supposed to intercede for humans, not the other way around. Why did you leave the high eternal heaven? Why did you sleep with women, defile yourselves with the daughters of men, take wives, and become like those on earth, having giant children? You were spiritual, living forever, but you defiled yourselves with the blood of women. You fathered children with flesh and blood. Like mortal men, you craved flesh. Because of this, I gave men wives so they could have children and fulfill their needs on earth. But you, spiritual beings, were supposed to remain in heaven. I didn't give you wives. Spiritual beings of heaven live in heaven. Now the giants born from the union of spirits and flesh will become evil spirits on earth. They will live on earth. Evil spirits have come from their bodies. Because they are half human and half watcher, their origin is corrupted. They will be called evil spirits on earth. These spirits will bring destruction, oppression, violence, war, and trouble. They will hunger and thirst but never eat. They will cause offences. These spirits will rise against people and women because they came from them. From the time the giants died and were destroyed, their spirits came out of their bodies and roam the earth. They destroy without being judged. They will continue doing this until the final judgment, when the world is finished. The watchers and the godless will be completely destroyed. As for the watchers who sent you to plead for them, those who were once in heaven, tell them, you were in heaven, but you didn't understand the full truth. You shared worthless secrets in your arrogance. These secrets have caused evil on earth. Tell them plainly, you will have no peace. Chapter 6. Taken by angels. The angels took me and brought me to a place where those there appeared like flames of fire. But when they wanted, they looked like men. They brought me to a place of darkness, to a mountain whose peak reached to heaven. I saw the places of the stars, the treasuries of lightning and thunder, and deep within were fiery weapons, a bow, arrows, a quiver, and a sword, and all kinds of lightning. They brought me to the living waters and to the fire in the west, where the sun sets. I came to a river of fire that flowed like water and poured into the great sea in the west. I saw great rivers. I came to a massive river and a region of deep darkness. I came to a place where no living thing walks. I saw mountains of winter darkness, and the place where all the deep waters begin. I saw the mouths of all the rivers of the earth, and the mouth of the great deep. I saw the storehouses of all the winds. I saw how he set them up, and how the whole creation relies on them. I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the four winds that hold up the sky. I saw how the winds stretch the vaults of heaven, stationed between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of heaven. I saw the winds that move the sun and the stars to their places. I saw the winds of the earth carry clouds. I saw the paths of the angels. I reached the edge of the earth and saw the sky resting on it. I saw a place that burns day and night, 7 mountains made of beautiful stones. 3 mountains were to the east and 3 to the south. The ones to the east were coloured stones, one of pearl, one of jacinth. The southern ones were made of red stone. The middle mountain rose up to heaven like the throne of God, made of alabaster, and its peak was sapphire. I saw flaming fire. Beyond these mountains was a place where the world ends. That is where the heavens were completed. I saw a deep abyss with columns of heavenly fire. Among them I saw fire columns fall, reaching far in every direction. Beyond that abyss was a place with no sky above and no solid ground beneath. There was no water, no birds, a terrifying barren place. I saw 7 stars like huge burning mountains. I asked the angel with me, "What are these?" He said, "This is the end of heaven and earth. This is the prison for the stars and heavenly hosts. These are the stars that disobeyed God's commands at the beginning of their rising. They didn't show up when they were supposed to. God was angry with them and bound them until the time of their judgment, 10,000 years. Uriel said, "Here stand the angels who joined themselves to women. Their spirits, in many forms, now lead people astray, making them sacrifice to demons instead of God. Here they will stay until the day of great judgment, when they're destroyed. The women who were led astray by these angels will become sirens." I, Enoch, saw this vision alone, the end of all things. No one else will see what I have seen. Chapter 7. The Holy Angels. These are the names of the holy angels who watch over mankind. Uriel, the holy angel who is over the world and the realm of the dead. Tartarus. Raphael, the holy angel over the spirits of men. Raguel, the holy angel who brings justice against the world of the luminaries. Michael, the holy angel who is set over the best part of mankind and over chaos. Sarachael, the holy angel over spirits who sin in the spirit. Gabriel, the holy angel over paradise, serpents and the cherubim. Remiel, the holy angel appointed over those who rise from the dead. Then I went to a place where things were chaotic, and I saw something dreadful. There was no heaven above, and no firm foundation of earth below, just a chaotic and terrible space. There I saw 7 stars of heaven bound together like huge mountains burning with fire. I asked, "For what sin are these stars bound? Why have they been cast here?" Then Uriel, one of the holy angels, who was with me, and who led them, said, "Enoch, why do you ask? Why are you so eager for the truth? These are part of the number of the stars of heaven. They have broken the command of the Lord. That's why they are bound here. Until 10,000 years are completed, the time needed for their sins." From there I went to another place, even more dreadful than the last. I saw a terrible sight, a great fire burning and blazing, the place split down into the abyss. Huge pillars of fire were falling into it. I couldn't see how wide or deep it was. I couldn't even imagine it. I said, "This place is terrifying to look at." Uriel, the holy angel who was with me, said, "Why are you afraid, Enoch?" I replied, "Because of this terrifying place and the suffering I see here." And he said to me, "This is the prison of the angels. Here they will be held forever." Then I went to another place, a mountain of hard rock. There were 4 deep, wide, smooth hollows carved into it. They were dark and deep and terrifying to look at. Raphael, the holy angel who was with me, said, "These hollow places were made so the spirits of the dead could gather here. This is where all the souls of men will assemble until their appointed time, the day of judgment." I saw a spirit crying out, making a case before heaven. I asked Raphael, "Whose spirit is that, making a plea to heaven?" He answered, "This is the spirit of Abel, whom his brother Cain killed. He cries out against him until Cain's descendants are wiped from the earth and from among mankind." Then I asked about all the hollow places. "Why are they separated from one another?" He said, "These 3 were made to separate the spirits of the dead. One is for the righteous, where there is a bright spring of water. Another is for sinners who died without receiving judgment in life. Their spirits suffer here in great pain until the day of judgment, when they will be punished and tormented. God will bind them here forever. Another hollow is for the spirits of those who testified about their own destruction, those who were murdered during the days of the sinners. The last is for those who were not righteous, but full of transgression. Their spirits will remain with other sinners. They won't be killed in judgment, but they also won't rise again." Then I blessed the Lord of glory, and said, "Blessed be my Lord, the righteous one, who rules forever." From there I went to another place in the west, to the edge of the earth, and I saw a fire that never stopped burning, moving without rest, day or night. I asked, "What is this fire that never stops?" Raguel, one of the holy angels with me, answered, "This is the fire of the west. It pursues all the lights of heaven." Then I went to another place, and saw a mountain range made entirely of fire. It burned day and night. I passed beyond it and saw 7 magnificent mountains. Each one was different from the others, beautiful, glorious, their appearance unlike anything on earth. 3 were to the east, stacked one on top of the other. 3 were to the south, also one above another. Deep, rough ravines separated them, none of them connected. The 7th mountain stood in the middle. It was the tallest of them all. like the seat of a throne. Fragrant trees surrounded it. Among the trees there was one I had never seen before. No other tree was like it. Its smell was sweeter than anything I'd ever known. Its leaves, flowers and wood never withered. Its fruit was stunning. It looked like dates from a palm tree. I said, "How beautiful and fragrant this tree is. Its leaves are lovely, and its flowers are delightful." Michael, the holy and honoured angel who was with me, and who led them all, answered, "Why are you asking about the scent of this tree? Why do you want to understand its truth?" I said, "Because I want to understand everything, but especially this tree." He said, "This tall mountain, whose peak is like the throne of God, it is his throne. The Holy Great One, the Eternal King, will sit here when he comes down to bless the earth. As for this tree, no human can touch it until the great judgment. Then God will take vengeance and finish all things. At that time this tree will be given to the righteous and the holy. Its fruit will be their food. It will be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of the Lord, the Eternal King. Then they will rejoice. They'll enter the holy place, and its fragrance will fill their bones. They will live long lives, like the ancient fathers, and in their days there will be no sorrow, plague, torment, or disaster." Then I blessed the God of glory, the Eternal King, who prepared such wonders for the righteous and promised them as an inheritance.